Hi everybody, it's Marcus. Happy talks. It's a happy Friday talk on a Monday. I hope you're doing great. I'm doing good myself. It's interesting. If we look at what we call the mighty I am, which most of us have never heard of, but it's also referred to as higher consciousness, your inner self, your higher self. Some people would say the truth, and other people will call it God. But the mighty I am, which is the bigger connection inside of you to a deeper place. It is the place that when we watch a starry night, when you watch a beautiful picture of the ocean or something that brings you awe, something that makes you think, holy smokes, what is this? When we realize that there are deeper things going on, things that are outside of our perception, our eyes, our hearing, and our ears are made to help humankind survive in our environment. Which means I see the light, the spectrum of light that is most needed for me to survive. I hear the sounds that are within the range of sounds that I need to survive. And the same thing goes for smell, right? But if you were a dog, or if you were a cat, or if you were any other animal, a horse, a falcon, an eagle, something, your world would look different. So for a cat, the dark is not scary because their eyes are made to see in the dark. And for a dog, they also see better than we do in the dark, but they also hear so much better than we do. They smell better than we do, like thousands of times better, right? So their world looks different than our world. Just like the same thing as in when we look around ourselves and we see, I see empty space, right? I see air. But in reality, it's full of both sound waves, microwave waves, radio waves. There's a lot of energy moving, particles moving that are not within my range of vision. What does that mean? When we say that we have, a color spectrum or a light spectrum that's this, we see this much. And it is, in reality, it's like actually vast. It's really, really vast. So that means that what we perceive to be reality is only a portion of reality. And it's only the portion of reality we're made to see. So if we look on a bigger scale, a bigger scope, there is so much more going on. And on that level, our intuition, our heart, usually can guide our way more than our mind. And most of our Western world, our society today is made up of mind. It's made up of I'm thinking this, I'm gonna decide this, I'm gonna make up my mind and do this. And we usually cut away our feelings. We cut away our emotional state. While, and in all reality, our mind is limited to what it can see. While our intuition, which is connected to something much vaster and much deeper. See, I'm not talking, I know that many people who are scientifically minded right now will say, oh, that's just bullshit. It's really not. That's the thing about, if you listen to what I'm saying, is we have a much vaster universe than what we are experiencing. And that is not mumbo jumbo. That is what science will say as well. And through that kind of jungle of experiences, our heart can be our guide, our intuition. And I'm encouraging you to listen deeper, listen inside. We lose that connection. I do too, when my mind gets, or my pain body will take over, because it happens. that my pain body says, Marcus, you know, all these voices, all the old programming will rear its ugly head every now and then for me as well. And when it does, it sort of takes me over. And I'm sure it does for most of us. It looks like depression, it looks like sadness, it looks like pain. And in those moments, usually we are not connected to this moment, to the now. Because as we get connected into the now, we stay centered, right here, right now. And in that moment, this is all there is. And I get connected to the mighty I am. And there is peace, and there is silence, and there is stillness, which is where we need to come from in order to feel comfortable and to live a comfortable life. Most of us will build up a life on outside values. Well, I have this much money, I drive this kind of car, I have this kind of a job, I have this kind of career, I have this family, I have this woman or man who loves me. All these things are external circumstances that at some point, sooner or later, will go away. And you could say taken away, but it's just going away. It's just the universe doing its thing, just like waves on an ocean washing up. There's another wave. There's another wave. That's how our lives are, right? And we are that wave on the ocean, traveling through a whole vast ocean, meeting other waves, then traveling on. And now my wave wants to hold on, wants to hang on. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. This was a longer talk and kind of deeper than I intended. But sometimes that happens. So I hope you're doing great. I wish you a beautiful week. And I will talk to you soon. All right.